Happy New Year! Welcome to my new space and to your practice. I think we're going to be pretty mellow today. A lot of us have been away from the mat for a moment or carrying boxes and furniture all over the place. So we're just going to really focus on getting fluid through our spine and all the connections. So we start out with this nice watery song. Have a comfortable seat. I suggest you sit up on something, and yes, I see it. That intuitive movement coming in already. Let's just begin to kind of wiggle and sway and spiral in ways that feel good for you. Let the spine spiral around the hips as the bowl of the pelvis rolls around. Let your shoulders go with that, and the neck. And how's your jaw? How's your breath? And pause anytime you like to just kind of sway it in the middle or switch directions. I really want to invite you just to be fluid and investigative with your movement right now. Noticing what's present in the body this morning without prescribed movement, without judgment or resistance, moving in a way. Feels like yes. Moving in a way that is inspired by the breath. Good morning, body. Good morning, spine. Good morning, breath. I invite you to take that movement when you're inspired to over to your right, push down into that hand, root cross body into that left sit bone, and open the arm, face chest to the sky, reach back, look back, goodbye 2021, and let's sweep the path clear in front of us as we open our heart and mind to the sky, welcoming the new, welcoming 2022 with your breath. Yes. To this great ritual of new beginnings as we all turn our calendars together into this growing new moon, this slowly cracking open from the chrysalis of COVID, if you will. Contractions, how frustrating they can be and how necessary to our growth and change. Take that arm over to the other side, push into the right sit bone as inspired, open up, welcoming the new, bow in, sweeping the path clear of anything that you don't want to take with you there. Maybe take some time, if you haven't already, with this turning, to reflect on what you've learned and gained in the past year, of how you've grown, of the wisdom that has naturally arisen within you from the contractions, the turning in, the way our worlds have gotten a little smaller for a while. And at the same time, this awareness of our connection to all the things. Swoop yourself back up to all the places, both arms up to all the people. Welcome, if you will, for a moment here, the sky, the heavens, whatever you want to do, the stars just flow down through you, through your hands, through your head, down into your heart. Breathing this welcoming of the new, let each breath just wash away any tension, any limiting beliefs. And begin to draw the hands together down the midline of your body and pause at your heart. Push into the hands so the shoulders work onto the back, the chest wide, and the breath full across the wings of your heart. Here, breathe and repeat your yes, I am. And if you have a mantra or intention for your new year or a resolution, I encourage you to invoke that in the form of a mantra or intention. So if your resolution is to do something or change something or to finish something or to stop doing something, whatever it might be, I invite you now to imagine into that situation, that project, that well-being, whole, realized, affirmed. And what would that feel like? Imagine into the movements, the shapes, the colors of that. The energy of your actions and interactions with this resolution or intention, whole and realized, affirmed. And though it's lovely to set goals and be specific about things, we do want to do that in some areas of our life and our practice. It can be much more beneficial to just find the bhav or the feeling energy of what it is you're calling in. And focus your mind on that we may be open to however that looks, to the great mystery of life and how things even greater than we knew can show up when we're just focusing on the yes, on our fullness, on what is already true for us, our innate joy and strength, our power and freedom. So whatever it is, find a word that matches the image or the body feeling of yourself and your intention accomplished and realized. And let this be your affirmation, your mantra, what we repeat throughout the practice as we open space. What are you welcoming in? I am at ease. I am joyful. I am successful. I am courageous. I am creative. I am dedicated. I am shining with the universal light of truth. That's kind of a long one, but find one that resonates for you. Imagine your heart glowing with the energy of that yes to life. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes. If you will, join me one great zoomy yom. Let's blow the hands down. Press your hips back and stretch out into child's pose. Of course, shake your knees out or take any movements that you need on the way to child's pose. But once you're ready, coming into Balasana. Welcome, Yoga Kitten. Come on. And push the hips back strongly in child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, or the knees could be closer together if that feels good for you. Sometimes it can be a little more of a stretch for the spine. And I encourage you here to give your tail a little wiggle wag. Relax the neck, let your head rest. Spread your fingers wide and claw the earth with your hands as wide as the shoulders. Inhale and lengthen back as you exhale. Lift from the navel and round the spine into cat as you come up. Step your knees so they're underneath the hips, and you'll be in a longer tabletop for cat and cow, and then drip down, lower back, middle back, heart center, throat, and open up into an elongated cow or cat. And then as you exhale again, lift from the navel. You could turn the toes under if you like, and press the hips back as you round into cat, and then child's pose again. Inhale and stretch back there, and exhale as you round up, lift from the navel, and then lift the tailbone once you get into place and drip your vertebrae down one at a time until face, chest are open. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. There's your inhale as you exhale. Pull back from the navel, rounding again through cat, back into your child's pose. Inhale and stretch back. Exhale as you lift the navel and round up. Inhale as you lift the tail and drip the vertebrae down one at a time. Pull the shoulders back, open face and throat, and follow your exhale to pull back, rounding. Let your breath lead. And of course, you can speed it up a little bit. It can just be inhaling on the open and exhaling back. Let's just do a couple more. And we'll come back up one last time. Now walk the hands and knees so they're right under shoulders and hips. And pull on the earth, really knit the ribs and hips together, strong core, shoulder blades down the back. And then let's turn, look over your right shoulder and squeeze everything together on the right there like you're looking back at your tail. Inhale and stretch everything out on the left. And next exhale, come on through center. Pull everything together on the left and stretch everything out on the right. Big inhale there again, and as you exhale, switch. Let your breath lead. Side to side once again. And let's go into a lesser visited form of cat, if you will. One arm way, way forward, and then lift your tail way up. Give it a little swing there. Stretch through that side body. Keep pulling the hips back. Stretching around that shoulder. Maybe you can even feel it into the chest. Next exhale, pull the hand back. And second side, reach it on out. Pull way back from that hip. Little swing or wiggle of your hips. Heart forward. Strong in those fingertips. You can even lift the palm up. Inhale as you exhale, pull the arm back. Let's come onto the forearms. Walk the feet back and come onto your belly. Into Sphinx pose, point the toes straight back, elbows under the shoulders, and pull with the forearms. Push down through pubic bone and sacrum, very strong, into your fulcrum there, and reach, 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 heart forward. Big breaths. Inhale. Let's turn the toes under, and exhale. Use your knees if you need to. We really want to lift strongly from the navel without letting the low back drop up. Come into forearm plank. Let's pulse it. Inhale, drag forward, open, toes under. Exhale, lift up. Let's go a couple more. Come on down, and this time elbows under shoulders again. I think I'm getting warmed up enough already to take the sweater off. Definitely sweater weather here. All right, here we go. Building some heat. Elbows under shoulders, shoulder blades down the back. Interlace the hands or just press the palms firmly together, but you want a lot of press into the hands either way. Feel the shoulders get wide. Inhale, heart forward, toes under. Exhale, lift from the navel, up and back, dolphin dog. Go ahead and just bicycle your feet there for a moment, bending one knee and then the other. Relax the neck, give your head a little nod or roll around. Melt the heart towards the sides. Big breaths. Keep pulling back from the hips. And then you're going to step the feet wherever they can stay to be dolphin dog, where we just were, and exhale forward into dolphin plank, where we were playing with before. Again, here you want soft heart, strong core. Don't let the head or hips or low ribs drop out. Inhale and pull back, dolphin dog. Exhale, shuttle forward. Moving with the breath. Let's go 3 more. Come forward this time, lower your knees down. Press back, child's pose. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, lift from the navel and roll up onto the knees. If you need to, please pad your knees. We're going to be on them for a little bit. And then press down through your hips. Lift up out of the waist. Get the ribs as far away from the hips as you can there. Work the elbows and shoulders together on the back, strong as you can. Press tailbone down and hips forward. If you've got any lower back stuff here, you might bring a block. Or if you just want to get more core involved here, because it can be very helpful, then you want to bring a block, bring the short, narrow end facing forward and back between the upper inner thighs. Squeeze onto it. And maybe even here you play with noticing that you could spin the block forward, you can spin the block back. And usually as we go into a back bend, the block wants to spin forward. So right now, we're going to play with spinning that block back, pushing the hips down, lift up out of the waist. Notice the block's going to want to spin forward. Let that happen a bit, but try to keep some of that effect of spinning the block back, which is going to widen a bit around the sacrum, make some space for the back. Lift up out of the waist, squeeze elbows and shoulders. Pulse in and out of this as you need to, or find your breathful edge. You could stay right there or reach one arm up. Lengthen that front body line. Big inhale. Hands could come back where it came from or go back to the heel. You could turn the toes under to get the heel closer. Other arm. Long, long front body line. And back where it came from or to the heel. Squeeze the shoulders. Open heart. You can stay right there or keep swimming the arms. You want the back of the neck to stay long. Don't let the head drop back. So you can keep the chin dipped towards the chest or squeeze the shoulders so much that maybe there's a place to rest the head. Breathful. Front body line. Last couple breaths. Keep the block if you've got it, if you can. Squeeze onto it. Mine's pretty heavy and slippery, so I'm fidgeting with it, but here it is. Keeping that block or imaginary block, come back into downward dog. Spin the block back behind you while keeping the ankles straight and strong. So look at your ankles here and make sure that they're not knocked in or out. Sense into all 4 corners of the feet equally engaged. And your arches lifted strongly. Pull back from hips and core. Relax your neck. Give your head a little nod or roll around there. Empty out your breath, maybe a nice lion's breath or exhale there. And then give your hips a little swing side to side. So one hand gets lighter and then the other, and begin to slide the hands back. until you're in a forward fold. Squeeze that block again, bend the knees as much as you need, and keep spinning the thighs back behind you. Slow and steady. Now we're gonna bend the knees a lot. Squeeze the earth with your fingertips. Reach the hands just straight forward at first. Spin your block down and back. Shoulder blades down the back. Spine long. Deep full breaths. Let's slide the hands in to the upper thighs and curl open. And then pull the low ribs into the back body. Lengthen your spine. Roll the shoulders on the back and down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And we want to kind of spin the pinkies in a little bit. So you're rotating with that, the shoulders away from the ears. Sinking in, standing back, drop it low. Weight into the tailbone, ribs pulling back. So you've got the core engaged. Sink it down. Biceps in line with ears as much as you can. One more exhale, drop it low, and inhale, press and rise. Standing back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hop forward. And exhale and fold. Twice again, just inhale, hop forward. Bend the knees as much as you need. Push into your shins. Knees are soft, but thighs are squeezing that block and spinning it back. Feet are strong. Relax the neck as you come into the forward fold. Again, inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. One more time. And let's remove the block. Thank you, block. Just put it off to the side there. Give your shoulders a little shimmy shake out here. And then let's go ahead with the feet as wide as your outer hips. Outer feet, outer hip width. And grab a hold of your elbows. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. And again, really hug your feet to the earth. Hug all your muscles to your bones. And let's just begin a slow pendulum swing. Reach right elbow over past the left foot, left elbow over past the right foot. As you move away from one foot, really press into the outside of it and feel that stretch up into your hip, your side body. Relax the neck. And stay with that as you like, or take that left elbow all the way cross body. Push into the earth. And inhale, open up to the sky. And exhale, around and down. So we're going to draw some big circles here. Big cycles of life. Cycles of breath. Strong foundation in the legs. Breathful, cycling through all the things. Last time in this direction. At the bottom, we're going to switch directions. Let your breath lead. Keep those muscles hugging the bones so you don't get dizzy here. Last time around. At the bottom, pause. Push into shins, lengthen out, lift the shoulders. Exhale and fold. Pour the weight into your right foot. Big inhale as you exhale. Pull the left foot up into the core, knee up. And exhale, push that leg straight back at hip height as much as you can. Lengthen out. Shoulders and hips squared to the earth. Fingers can stay on floor or blocks. Or pick the hands up. Squeeze to midline. Shoulders on the back as much as you can. Couple more breaths. And then slow and steady, step way back, frame the front foot with your hands. Inhale and drag your heart forward, shoulder blades down the back, stretch out through the back heel. Exhale and melt your head and back knee down. Inhale, open that heart forward, heel back, head up, and exhale, push into the front foot and maybe peel your toes back. Let's pulse. Lunge, inhaling open. Exhale, press and extension, drawing the front toes back or just pulling isometrically that foot back so your hips stay squared as much as you can. As you breathe, lunge open and back into extension. Last time. And then come forward into the lunge again. Inhale. Exhale, pull the back foot up into the core. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step the feet together. Push down into the feet. Inhale, open wide and gather up the sky. Exhale and center and focus. Feel your breath, your heartbeat, your yes to life. Imagine all this energy becoming your heart's yes, your I am. Next exhale, flow the hands down. Inhale, gather up, noticing the difference in the sides. Exhale, center and focus. Inhale, heart to the sky and make like you've got that block there. Spin it down and back. Pull the low ribs back, sink in. Exhale. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Thank you, body. And pour the weight into the left foot. Pick that right foot up into the core and slowly press back that heel at hip height. Lengthen out as much as you can. Again, side to side and front to back. Hips are squared. Heel and hips are in alignment. Hug the earth with the standing foot. Maybe you can hug into core so much the hands get light and lift them up or out, whatever feels good for you. Last inhale there as you exhale, bend the standing knee. Slowly step that other leg way back. Frame the front foot with your hands. You can inhale, really drag the heart forward, shoulders down the back. And exhale, melt the back knee down, head down. Inhale, shine it open. Exhale, push into the front foot, stretch back again, maybe peel the toes back, dig that foot in and drag that hip back. And let's pulse, lunge. Inhale. Opening into the extension as you like. So you could add that melting in the middle. Just lunging with that same stretch in the groin and stretching back. Few more. And take your time. The next time that you inhale, come forward into the lunge. And exhale, pull the back foot up into the core, level out, side to side, front to back, as much as you can. A little wobbly on the feet today. And feet together or nearby each other to the earth. Exhale, arms down. Take your time, inhale, gather up. And exhale, center and focus. Take pause again, feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, your aliveness. Imagine all this energy becoming your yes, feeling your strength, your I am. And keep strong hug to midline, all muscles hugging bones. And let's pour the weight into the right foot. Slide the left foot up the inseam. Right hand can come to the hip, left foot if you can. Upper inner thigh, otherwise anywhere on the leg, even toes on the earth. And squeeze to midline. Excuse me. Keep rotating that hip out as much as you can. Knee opens out to the side. Soft in the standing knee. Strong in the foot. Hands can come to heart. Or as inspired can grow to sky. If you'd like, you could even clasp or hook the hands here. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Lengthen out. And deep full breaths into this tree of your being. Arms could flow out, fingers can blossom out. Soft jaw, soft tongue. Imagine your yes just blossoming out of you. Your intention, your offering, steady and strong, even in the windy, in the wobble. And keep squeezing to midline. Maybe you lift and spiral, twisted tree. Right hand to that left thigh, left hand reaching back. Looking back. Soft jaw. Lifted heart. Stay as you like. Reset on the earth as needed. When you're ready, come back to center. Ankle over knee. Flex that top foot. Press the thigh bones down and back and lift the heart up. Seat back, heart forward. At any point, elbows could come to ankle and knee. Push into that knee, chin connection there. And move hips back, low back in. Heart forward. Deep full breaths. Stay with that, or you could bring the hands to the ground with that right hand inside of the toes. Those left toes cross body hooking around that right tricep, and sink maybe even lower, claw the fingertips, look forward and shift the weight forward until the back foot gets light. Maybe pick it up. Unwind when you're done, step wide, come down and rest. Options, you can rest. Regular old malasana, pressing wide, spine tall, soft mouth. Or knees high on the triceps. Squeeze the shoulders or triceps with your knees. Squeeze, squeeze. Hands as wide as the shoulders, spread those fingers wide. Lift up onto your toes, lift the hips, and keep shifting your weight again, forward, 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 until the feet get very light and it's easy to pull them together. Play in and out of this, hold strong, straightening the arms or rest. A few more breaths in the squat. When you're ready, back to squat. Stretch out the back, big inhale. Exhale, push into the feet. Lift your arches, knees, quads, navel, root to rise. And roll on up. Inhale at the top, open wide. And gather up. And exhale, center. And focus in. Again, feel your heartbeat. Your aliveness. Your yes, I am. Keep that hug to center. All musculature up and in as you pour weight into the left leg. Slide that right foot up. Vriksha, tree pose. Squeeze to midline. Grow from this strong rooting and hugging up and out as inspired. If you did on the other side, maybe take a little pause there to hook or clasp hands and pull. Get a lift of the heart. And try to keep that lift of the heart. Relax the shoulders. If you release the hands, drishti, soft gaze to any point that's not moving. Keep the squeeze to midline. Lift and spiral if you did on the other side, finding that twisted tree. Left hand to the right thigh, right hand behind you, reaching back, looking back. Stay as you like, reset on the earth as needed, or come back to center. And you're ready, ankle over knee. Flex that top foot strongly. Again, try to feel for that even stance on the standing foot, arch lifted, and sink low. Hands could come to heads of femurs. Push them down and back. Lift the ribs up, lift your heart, long lower back, and sink the seat down and back. Soft jaw, soft tongue. Press into the elbow and knee to ankle and knee with your elbows, and really lengthen the spine forward. Try to keep the back of the neck long. Stay with that, or hands to blocks or earth. Fingers wide, hands as wide as the shoulders. Claw the earth if you're going for the arm balance. Really hook those right toes around that left tricep and keep looking forward and shifting the weight forward on the floor until the back foot is very light, and lift it up. And stay and play with that, or when you're done, unwind. And back to Malasana, yogic squat. Nice resting place there. Stretching hips back, fingers forward, or pressing elbows in, lifting spine up out of the hips. Regain the fullness of your breath. Stay with that, or if you are so inspired, taking flight once again. Squeeze the knees high on triceps or shoulders. Hands as wide as the shoulders, spread the fingers wide, claw the earth, and come high onto your toes or balls of the feet. Inhale, squeeze those knees, lift the hips and shift forward, look forward on the floor until the feet get light and pull them together. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Play in and out of it, any variations, or rest in your squat. A few more breaths. Big inhale, stretch it all out. Exhale, hug in, muscles to bones. Push into earth, lift your arches, knees, quads, navel, root your eyes. Roll on up. Press down, take your time at the top. Open wide and gather up. And exhale, center and focus. Hands together or on your heart as you like. Feel your heartbeat, your breath, your yes. Imagine all this energy, fuel for your offering, your smile, your health, your joy. And remember that is your innate truth, your intention. Whatever heart quality you've invoked today, it's already your truth. You just move through the practice to unfold and uncover that truth. Your ability to be joy and freedom and success or whatever it might be at the same time as you feel struggle or grief or whatever it might be. Last breath or two here. And let's hover step wide, bright old superstar time, not old, bright new superstar time. And of course, here's where you fix all your clothing, pull your pants up, shoulders down, get the boobies in their place. Okay, everything in order. Great. And bam, superstar. Hug your feet strong to the earth, lift the arches, squeeze the muscles to the bones, shoulders on the back. Lift the ribs up out of the hips and a bright shine out through all of your limbs and your center, breathing into the star of your being. Yes, I am. Whatever it is that you've invoked or that you're hoping for, so it is. It already is. We're just uncovering, shining up that fullness. Big inhale here as you exhale, bend the right knee and pivot. Sink in, warrior two. Really anchor the outside, that back foot, lift the arch, and bend your front knee deeply. And then pull back from the back hand and pull forward from the front hand. Moving with the breath again, fluid spine. If you like here, very fluid arms. Letting the head move with that. We're keeping the legs strong. Again, that ability to remember our joy, even in the grieving. To remember our wholeness, even when we get broken open. The foundation that supports the freedom. And reach way, way back. Back hand down the back leg. Front knee deep and wide. And pull that top hand up out of that front rib. Deep, full breaths here. You could look down at the back foot or up at the top hand. Or maybe a little of both. Stretching the eyes is a good thing. Big inhale here as you exhale. Hug the earth, lift your arches. Pelvic floor, lift your navel and reach forward and bring the elbow down to the thigh. Push into that thigh and roll those bottom ribs, face chest. Anchor into the outside of that back foot and reach along through the fingers. Big, bright, side body breath. Your bottom hand could come down if you like, inside or outside the leg. I like to use it inside to keep encouraging that thigh wider. A little more smile in the hips. You can imagine like a laser light line from the outside of the back foot through the fingers. Deep, full breaths. Big inhale here as you exhale. Squeeze feet to earth, muscles to bones. Pull up from the top hand, straighten that front leg. Inhale and reach forward as far as you can. Deep, deep groin. And then fingertips down to shin, block or earth, and lay back. Lay back from the shoulders with the ears in line with the shoulders. Trikonasana. The top hand could stay up there, or you could reach back past the back foot. Drop the bottom ear down. And take a nice little roll through the head, through that top arm. And there by your shoulder. Neck connection getting stretched out. And stay with that, or you could swoop that top arm around and hold the front inner thigh. Use that hold to pull that top shoulder down the back. And again, really let the head melt down towards that front leg. Soft jaw. Want to add more core into this? You reach that bottom arm forward. You can kind of rest your head on that arm if you reach it forward. Delicious breaths. Last one or two. Unwind, pull up from that top hand, bend into the knee, and then sweep through center. Heels in, toes out, sink low. Hands to the thighs above the knees. Press those thighs wide. Inhale your spine long. Booty back, low back in, heart forward. Lengthen out, inhale as you exhale. Push one thigh away, pulling the navel back. Spiral, looking over the opposite shoulder. Squeeze your breath out there. Inhale, open center. Exhale, press and spiral. Follow your breath side to side. You can really let that shoulder shrug up. You can even spin the fingers around from pointing towards center, towards the sky. And a little more stretch there through the shoulder or lumbar spine. Last breath or two. Do you need to even out on both sides? Take your time. Once you're even, open back up and center, Devyasana. Sink in and inhale, shine out, superstar. Hug in, feet to earth, muscles to bones. Breathe the brightness of your yes to life. Notice all that movement of energy, your aliveness, this healing, strengthening energy shining out through your body mind. Let's give that to the other side, then that left knee pivot. Sink in. Let's play here. Pull that bottom hand back, front knee right over the ankle. Torso goes back with the top hand. And then forward. Let the head flow. Arms to get fancy here. Make it yours. And anytime you reach back as far as you can and back arm down that back leg. Bend the front knee deep so it's right over the ankle and pull that top hand up out of the waist. Big breaths down into the bottom tip of that lung, maybe even into the hip. And then you could play with looking down at the back foot. Looking up at the top hand. Stretch your eyes, deep full breath. Big inhale as you exhale, pull from the top hand up from your arches, from your core, and then reach forward, elbow down. Press that thigh wide, roll, face chest open. Keep front knee deep and wide, maybe slide the hand down. Anchor into the outside of that back foot and reach forward. Right full side body breath. And looking for that laser line of energy bright, shining through your body. Inhale, stretch it out, big breath. Hug your feet to the earth, lift your pelvic floor. Strong core and pull up, straighten the front leg. Reach as far forward as you can, deep groin. And then fingertips down to earth. Top arm to come to the sky and lay back. From the shoulders, ears in line with shoulders, as far as you like. Stay there or reach that top arm back, past the bottom back foot, bottom ear heavy towards the shoulder, and then maybe a little rotation of the arm and the head there. Soft jaw, breathing that neck shoulder connection. Again, stay with that. We'll come up a bit, swoop that top arm around and hold the bottom inner thigh. Use that hold to scoop the shoulder blade down the back. And again, let your bottom ear come down. You gotta let the jaw go here. Stay as you are, or maybe reach that bottom arm forward. stay as you like. When you're ready, unwind. Pull up from the top hand as you bend into that foot, moving through warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, sweep through center. Heels in, toes out, Devyasana. Inhale, shine it out, superstar. Arms up, wiggle up out of the way, shake the booty, cause why not? And then exhale, arms down, clasp the hands, pull palms together, and then make like you're trying to pull them apart. Work the shoulders on the back, lift your heart, hug the earth with your feet. Lift those arches, kneecaps, quads, pelvic floor, navel, and reach the heart forward and come on forward. Bow in, work that clasp of the hands up to the sky and then overhead towards the earth. Relax your neck. Give your head a little nod or roll around there. Yogi's choice. You could stay here with the clasp overhead or flow the hands down the legs, maybe give them a little squeeze or massage and hold the legs, drawing the spine long towards the earth. Optionally, you can walk the hands back behind you, drawing the spine long. Stay with that for more restfulness, more hamstrings, or as inspired, I invite you to turn heels in, toes out. Flow over into one leg as you draw the other toes back. Shift it to the other side, sink down. So you could do this more in a forward fold with the neck soft, or you could do it with the spine up, maybe even lifting the hands up. Move with your breath. Last 2 or 3 breaths. Take your time, side to side, or wiggle and rest in that forward fold. And when you're ready, if you'd like to walk towards the front foot, take a last vinyasa, or just step through to lie on the back. We will all meet lying on the back. As you come to lie down, hug your knees into your chest. And give a little rock into the spine there, the supporting muscles. And let's draw some circles around the sacrum. And switch directions of your circles. Take the knees in separate circles wide and back together, massaging into your hips. And stay with that as you like, maybe switching directions there. Check in with your mouth and your breath. Whenever you're ready, let's step the feet to the earth as wide as the mat and stretch the arms up overhead on the earth. And inhale, both knees to one side, reach through the arms to reach through the knees. And exhale, pull the knees back through center, navel back. Inhale, knees to the other side, stretch it out. Exhale through center. Let your breath lead. And please stay with this side to side as long as you like. Otherwise, as inspired, I want to invite you to add some core here. We're going to, if you're going there, pull the elbows down to shoulder height and really keep those shoulders pinned. So this is shoulder in, core work. And again, I'll give you the many levels of this. As you move the knees to one side, you can take that opposite foot and kick it cross body. Inhale, back 2 feet wide. Exhale, cross body kick. Keeping those shoulders pinned. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, squeeze that breath out. Navel back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cross body kick. Keep the shoulders pinned. If you want to add to this, pick both feet up. And keep the feet up. Stay wide as they are. Or squeeze the legs together as much as you can. Legs at a 90-degree angle, hips, knees, ankles, making the 90 angle. And then keep those shoulders pinned, side to side, kick, squeeze, breath. And you could continue with this side to side as long as you like, or at any point, kick over and you could grab your foot or your knee with that hand on the incoming foot. Bottom leg could stretch down, or you could bend the bottom knee, reach down for the foot with the other hand and kick through both feet. Twisted roots, lifting and turning the head to look away from that top leg. Deep full breaths here. Extend the exhales. Those longer exhales, grounding the nervous system. Squeeze the navel back, little extra detoxing there. Assist to your digestion, moving things along, squeezing into the core. Please stay with that as you like, or when you're ready, come back bending both knees, top ankle over that bottom thigh, ankle over knee, pause, and then pick the bottom foot up, pick the whole setup of the legs up, and interlace the hands behind the bottom thigh. Pull the bottom thigh back as you ease the top thigh away. Rest your head and shoulders down as you're able. And just keep playing with that opposite action there. Bottom thigh in, top thigh away, soft mouth, and deep full breaths. You could just play with the opposite actions or rock and roll it around in any way that feels good for you. If you want to take a little adventure up your bottom leg, you could extend it to the sky, walk up over the top leg, curl into the bottom leg as you draw it towards you and possibly overhead towards the floor. Stay with any of that, or 10 core breaths, which may be just about 5 other breaths or so. Inhale, hands interlace behind the head, elbows wide, shoulders on the back. Exhale, pull that bottom thigh back, navel back, ribs to hips, face, chest up. Inhale, open, exhale, lift. Stay with that as you like, or unwind. Feet wide, knees bent, arms up overhead again. Back to your side to side, just stretching out. Pause anywhere you like. Stay with that fluid movement, or again, a little more core. Elbows down to shoulder height. Shoulders stay pinned. And then just a little bit here, side to side, kick across. Squeeze as you pin elbows. Inhale, feet wide, exhale, across. As inspired, of course, pick the feet up. Maybe squeeze the legs together, make that stronger. Stay with that side to side as long as you like, or kick on over to the other side. Grab your knee or foot. Maybe bend that bottom knee, reach down for ankle or foot, and then kick through both feet as far as you can, and lift and turn, rolling away from that, rolling away with the head from that top foot. Deep full breaths, letting go breath. A few more breaths here. Extending that exhale, wringing out the old. When you're ready, both knees bend as you come back to center. Top ankle over that bottom thigh, flex the foot. Pick that setup of the legs up and interlace the hands behind the bottom thigh. Pull it back towards you as you lay head and shoulders on the earth. Ease that top thigh away with your elbow. And soft jaw, soft tongue. Playing with the isometrics, pulling in, pushing away, sacrum down, low back up, or rock and roll it as inspired. Letting go breaths. And stay with that as you like. Maybe go for a walk up the bottom leg, curling in as you draw it towards you. Maybe even overhead. Once again, stay with any of that, or bend the bottom knee, interlace the hands behind the head, shoulders strong in the back, elbows wide, don't pull the head at all, just hold the weight of the head. Inhale, exhale, pull that bottom thigh back, navel back, sacrum and shoulders up, face, chest, lift straight up to sky, more than being crunched in. A few more breaths. And take your time. Once you're done, unwind. Let's come into a bridge and stretch out all of that core work. Get a last bit of stretch in the shoulders. If you like here, you could just rest your sacrum on a block, or again, squeeze onto a block between the thighs. Lengthen tailbone out. Lift navel. Lift the chin. Pull the hands towards the heels, root into shoulders, elbows, and center back of the head. Breathe wide across the wings of your heart. Yes, I am. Please stay in bridge as long as you like, or maybe one last inhale, lift it up, and exhale, ripple it down as you like. Stay or release, and when you're done, hug the knees in, and let's find happy baby as the last pose here. Pick the feet up, use your elbows to press those thighs wide, and take a little rock into the back body. Once again, of course, there you could play with leg extensions or any variations, or just listen into your body and see what's inspired here. Are there any other last movements or shapes that your body wants before final resting? Rocking that happy baby within, your new beginnings, your yes, your self-care. Thank you, body. Thank you, self. Maybe give yourself a big squeeze and begin to unfurl into a resting there, or maybe you rock and roll up for a little breath practice and meditation to end our time together. You find what's right for you. And once you find your place, wiggle to get comfortable and squeeze and inhale. And melt into the exhale. So I've got about 5 more minutes with you. I'm gonna guide you through some breath practice. If that's not for you right now, of course, just go right into your final resting and allow yourself to just be there. You could even imagine the breath practices, and that can be beneficial too. So first, as you come into your seat for breath practice, notice the energy that's present. Breathe and embrace it. And let your spine float back in space. So your skeleton is stacked in the way it's intended to be, so that there is ease in the musculature. Your legs are supported on the earth. Your heart and head are lifted. And the eyes, temples are soft. The jaw and tongue are soft. And the shoulders are relaxed on the back. And then breath awareness as you're able through the nose. And again, recall your intention or dedication. Your yes, I am. That light in your heart, and let's shine it up with our practice. We're going to do 2 rounds of Kapalabhati or skull shining breath. This breath comes from the pelvic floor and from the diaphragm. We focus on the exhale, and the inhale just happens naturally. As you exhale each time, pelvic floor and navel will fly up. To add to that, we want to lift the tongue to the chin and the eyes to the sky. So you're really the tongue to the roof of the mouth and the eyes to the sky. So you're surging energy up, sweep, sweep, sweeping that rainbow of your chakras, the central channel of your body temple, and just shining diamond white rainbow light out of the crown of your head and radiating out your yes, your intention with that. So as much of that as you can get. Exhale and empty. Inhale gently, just about 2/3 of the way. And then exhale, begin. Short, rapid breaths from diaphragm, pelvic floor, flying up, eyes gently lifting up. The tongue doesn't actually lift for this one. Sorry, that was the wrong saying. Tongue stays soft. Shoulders stay soft. Slow down these last two. Exhale all the way out. Empty, empty. Lift the pelvic floor. Drop the chin. Lift the navel. Empty, empty of breath. Root lock. Core lock. Chin lock. Soften around the emptiness. Hold as long as you're able to without forcing or struggling. Whenever you need to release, just release the binds and let the breath happen naturally. We'll go one more round. Exhale and empty. Inhale 2/3 and begin. Begin to slow down these last 3 and 2. Exhale and empty all the way out. Inhale about 2/3. Inhale all the way. Sorry, words. Fill up. Drop the chin. Lift the pelvic floor. Hold around the fullness. Navel stays at ease. No efforting there. Thank you. And pause and soften around the fullness as much as you're able. And then slowly, as needed, you'll release the binds. Just let the breath leak out, taking any busyness or tension with it. And whenever it's right for you, you're just letting the breath happen naturally. Maybe that release of the breath melts you down into Shavasana, or just softens the body to be at ease, yet alert in a meditative seat. And simply observe the natural rise and fall of breath, the space between and beyond. Simply observe the rise and fall of perception, thought, space between and beyond. I encourage you to stay resting in meditation or shavasana as long as you like or are able. You could always stop the video or live stream now to rest longer. If you'd like to come back with me and gently bring the awareness back to your breath. Notice how the breath responds to your attention and deepens and brightens. And draw the breath into your heart again. Intentionally breathe and repeat your heart's yes, I am. And breathe and repeat that heart's yes, deepening and lengthening the breath. As inspired, begin to wiggle and spiral and stretch in any way that feels good for you. Coming back into the body, slowly, breathfully back into any easy seat. Just notice the energy that's present for yourself right now. The aliveness, the ease, all that you've moved and changed in your physiology since the beginning of our practice together today. And maybe you hold your belly or your belly and your heart, just your heart as you like. Ah, thank you, body. Thank you, body. And thank you, self. Thank you, self, all layers of being. Thank you for showing up today, being present, for movement, for change, for renewal. May all the effort and energy of this practice be for the greatest good, for ourselves, those around us, and may it ripple out. May all beings benefit. May all beings be joyous and free and awaken to our interconnectedness evermore. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes, if you will join me. One great Om to seal our practice. Namaste, beautiful humans. Thank you. Thank you so much for your presence and your practice. It is an honor and a delight to share this practice with you. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions at any time. And happy 2022 to you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to stop the recording. Have a great whatever's next for you. Drink lots of water.